the Friday Talkie, and I'm looking for somewhere to put my feet. Hey, guess what my feet are on? 2 cases of Green King IPA. Yay! Okay, I haven't got a lot of things to talk about today, but, well, certainly one of the things I've got to talk about is very good. I want to say a great big thank you to Jamie, the Great British Gamer, as he's known on YouTube. Link to his channel down there. I don't think you'll find any videos there, but, you know, the link is there anyway. Not so long ago I was doing some videos on the CDI, and I did that video covering failed systems, and the CDI was one of them, or systems that didn't do as well as they could have and stuff. And someone, and to my shame I forget who it was, said, why don't you do one on the CDI? And I said, I haven't got one. And I don't think it was related to that, but coincidentally and very timely, Jamie messaged me on Facebook and said, do you want a CDI? I'll give you what? I'll give you one. That sounds wrong. Yeah. He very generously donated this little beauty. I have wanted one of these for a long time, and just plain the money wasn't there. Back in the day I was very aware of them. I thought, wouldn't mind one of them, but I already had an Amiga with the CD-ROM drive, and I thought, yeah, I don't really need one. Having used it now, oh I'm not going to say anymore. I'm just going to say I really am enjoying using this. There will be videos very soon. There will be a system review. There will be gameplay videos, because it's just, I'm loving it. I can't tell you how much. It's just bloody awesome. So massive big thank you to Jamie, the Great British Gamer. Okay, I've got to open a window because I'm bloody boiling. Now, some of you may have noticed, right, yes, along with doing CD32 games, there should be an improvement in quality of image quality, shall we say. Some of you may have noticed it with my Dragon videos. I'm using a capture device. And I will be using that with the CD32 videos, assuming it all works out as I plan it to. I got this. I've had this for quite a long while. It is a Compro technology video capture device. I've had that for a while and have never actually bothered using it for gameplay videos because it has always been too damned awkward to use that and do a live commentary. I would have to, well, I have to capture the commentary separately, and that's a pain in the ass. But then there was always the problem of, okay, I can record the footage of the game and I can record the footage of me talking, but how do I sync them up? I mean, you can do the whole clap thing to sync certain things up. If you're getting a live audio from 2 different sources, clap, and you'll see the peak in the audio graph thingamajig and you can line them up. But when you're capturing from a capture device, that doesn't work. So what I have taken to doing is capturing the audio with this, which is what I normally use to capture the video. But so I'm recording 2 pieces of video footage and using the audio from both, because I get the game audio off the capture device as well as the video, and I'm getting the audio from this, and I sync up the video tracks. I pick a frame where, say, where it goes from a title screen to a gameplay scene, and on that frame I line the 2 up. So once they're perfectly matched, the audio is in perfect sync, and I then cut the video, well, I mute it, which is a strange thing to call it when you're dealing with video and not audio, but that's what it calls it on the software. I mute the video from the camera, keep the video from the capture device, keep the audio from both. Hey presto, running commentary, verbal silliness in sync with the gameplay, and it works really well. And I then upscale it when I render it ready for uploading, so you're getting high definition, though obviously it's captured at standard definition, so you know, you're not going to get high definition out of a standard definition games console. But yeah, you know what I mean, probably. I'm going to be doing that. Well, am I going to be doing that on everything? Basically, I record the video on both, on the camera and on the capture thingy, and whichever one looks better is the one that will get used. Because, you know, and some systems just might not, I might not be able to do it. I mean, it's got the 3 inputs, it's not RGB, is it? Is it composite? Whatever, yeah, composite. Some things don't have a composite output, and I plug them into the VHS recorder and then out of that and into there and blah blah blah. Basically, if it works I'll do it, and if it doesn't I won't. But it's about it's about time I had slightly better video quality, I guess, and if that will do it I'll use it. Right, I have a video response that I'm going to do, and it is, I'm looking down there because that's where the computer screen is, The Sainted Magnus Show. That damn gaming itch that you just can't scratch. Watch his video, it's good, and then you'll know what I'm talking about. Now, yeah. Is there something in gaming that you want to do, a kind of game you've been into and then you want the next thing or something like that? There's something you want to do in a game and it just ain't there. And this made me, I sat and thought, actually I didn't sit and think for very long, it took me about 30 seconds and I was like, yeah. Back in the Amiga days, when I had an Amiga 600, I played a game called Hunter, which some of you will be familiar with. I've done a video of it. It was a 3-dimensional world, polygons. It was kind of like very, very, very early precursor to Grand Theft Auto. It was a little bit of a sandbox game, which was incredible on an Amiga. And I was hooked. 3-dimensional world. I wanted a virtual world that I could interact with, because the real world was kind of tedious at that time. It isn't anymore. Now it's great. Mostly. Obviously games developed. You got things like Grand Theft Auto. You got your first person games. I mean, Bethesda, Elder Scrolls type stuff. Big, vast virtual worlds. And you got something, okay, what I want, I very, very nearly got from The Getaway. And what I'm talking about is a 3-dimensional sandbox of a place that I know. It was London in The Getaway. I'm not ever so familiar with London, but I've been there maybe 20 times in my life. I know my way around bits of it. I knew that when I was going to certain bits of it, this is actually not too far from the real thing, and it was impressive. What I would like is a very, very, very big sandbox game. Well, give me a map of Britain. Give me all of Britain. Or just even all of London, or stick Milton Keynes in there, stick Sheffield in there, stick Worksop in there, I don't care. Places that I know. I want a virtual world that I'm familiar with, where I can do anything. I don't want game objectives. I would actually like MMO, you know, the whole massively multiplayer online thing. Big, massive, virtual, Great Britain, high definition, massively multiplayer online, do whatever the bloody hell you like. Meet people in your virtual pub, drink virtual beer with them, and then kick them in the head. Whatever, you know, go out, stick Grand Theft Auto, but without the objectives. Just do what you like in settings that you know. I would love that. I don't know why. And actually, I mean, if it was actually made, would I find it fun? I don't know. I would like to be able to do stupid things in it. You know, the things you can't do in the real world because you get arrested. You know, there's a car there, steal it, run it into a tree, blow it up. You can't die. You know, you'll respawn somewhere. That would be amusing, actually, if you respawn somewhere like Birmingham. Then you've got to, like, get on a train to get home. And you ain't got any money, so you got to... You know, there could be some objectives. You could find yourself somewhere where you've got to work out how to get to where you want to be. I mean, I suppose there is a risk there of it getting a little bit too much like real life, which can be tedious. There would need to be a lack of real life rules, I guess. I liked The Sims, the original Sims, the first game, a lot for a while, for a couple of weeks, until I found it was actually far too much like real life. To achieve a certain thing, you had to get a certain number of friends, you had to get a promotion in your job, you spent more time going to work, coming home, having a bath, cooking, putting out the fire that you set while cooking and nearly burned your house down, and all the tedious crap that you have to do in real life if you're a bad cook, and not nearly enough time having fun. And that was too much like real life. Now this game would do away with all the tedious crap. You don't go to work. Have workplaces in the game with computer controlled characters doing all the work. You can go in there and beat them about the head, or I don't know, steal their lunch, whatever. Just a realistic, believable world where you can be a twat, but in locations that you know. Yeah, that is the itch that I can't scratch. It's so nearly there. Grand Theft Auto, the various versions of it are so nearly there, but I want it to be first person, not third person. But that game is set in places that, well, don't exist, and the places that they're based on are American. And while I'm kind of familiar with them from the TV, I can't relate to them from my own personal experience, and I find that limiting. I want to think, I know this place. On The Getaway, I walked around Piccadilly Circus, and I'm like, I know this place. I went to Covent Garden, and I know that place. Have I been to Camden Lock on that? I don't know that I've gone. Can you even get to Camden? Yeah, Camden's. Is Camden on it? I don't know. There's Brixton on it. I don't know. I've been there as well. But yeah, Carnaby Street. I walked down Carnaby Street and I was like, I know this place. I want that. I want that in London. I want it in Sheffield. I want it in Milton Keynes. I'd like to do it in Deanshanger, but I can't imagine them putting that on there. You know, all the places that I know. Obviously, that is not going to be possible. You're talking like an interactive Google Maps. Street level. That's the thing I'm talking about. You know, you can just about... I do that a lot, actually. I use Google Street Level for wandering around places that I've been and haven't been for a long time, and I think, I wonder what that looks like now. And I go on Street Level and I walk around, or, you know, virtually. And I know the amount of investment and time and law breaking that went into making that. Law breaking? What am I talking about? They're still grabbing people's Wi-Fi data. Naughty Google. Yeah, that is the itch that I cannot scratch. It will never happen. I hope they will come up with something similar to it. Obviously they can't do the whole of the country, and they're not going to do just the bits that I know, especially for me. Damned shame, but there you are. I might be a narcissist, but I'm not an idiot. I know they're not going to do that. But, you know, even if it was just limited to the popular bits of the major cities, do London, do Sheffield, do Milton Keynes. It would be fun. I would like it, don't care if no one else would. That's my itch. I think I've repeated myself enough now. That, yeah, video response to The Sainted Magnus Show. Link to his original video down there. As I said, this is going to be a short one because that's actually all I've got. I've been so... What have I been busy doing? I've just been doing stuff. Yeah. So coming up, more of this. Well, not more. Well, not really more of the same. Coming up is going to be the CD32 system review, and there will be gameplay videos of that. I do plan to keep doing more Dragon videos as well. You can expect at least a week of CD32, if not more. But I'm gonna chuck in Dragon stuff as well because I'm enjoying doing that. And I do want to do a video where I show the cases of the games. Certainly for the Dragon, because they've got some interesting artwork on them. And I had another idea that I wanted to do as well, and I've completely forgotten what that was, so that's interesting, isn't it? Yeah, stuff. There's going to be stuff. It might even be good. Other than that, I ain't got a clue. Oh, yeah. Well, I was going to do a video showing how I'm doing the gameplay videos with the video capture and the camera and stuff, but since I've explained it anyway, I don't know if it's worth actually making a video to show me doing it. Maybe, if I get bored, but I tend not to be having time to get bored at the moment, so maybe not. We'll see. I make it up as I go along anyway, it's just whatever I feel like at the time. So, that'll do then. Thank you for watching.